Well, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video here. Um, so in this video, we're going to be talking about obviously Rob Zombie. If Rob Zombie is going to return to make the Halloween film, another Halloween film. Um, but with that being said, y'all be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, um, and comment down below. But we're gonna basically be talking about Rob Zombie and him possibly making another Halloween film, which I do have a problem with. Like I've been saying that I don't really want him to make another Halloween film because I feel like he ruined it for a lot of people. He ruined it for me. You know, I feel like he ruined the Halloween films, especially with that. The second film that he made, like that. I think that one was by far the worst. Um, so the first, I would say the first one, the first film was, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it also wasn't like, I mean, it was okay. It was better than the second one, like by far, but it wasn't as good as, um, I don't think it was as good as the first one. So, but the first one still has got, it's got a lot of problems still. So, but I do like it more than the second. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna be talking about a little bit. Is Rob Zombie going to return to make another Halloween film? Now, I've been talking about this for. I've been hearing a lot of rumors circulating saying that he may come back for a third film. Um, but honestly, I would rather him not to because the reason why, again, is because he ruined the Halloween films for me, and I feel like if they're gonna return for another Halloween film, they need to bring back. They need to bring back John Carpenter. I think John Carpenter needs to be involved again. Personally, if they end up doing that, I think it makes the most sense at this point. Um, so yeah, I definitely think Rob Zombie coming back is just it's not a great idea to me. It just isn't. I've been saying that for a while, like because again, like I don't think that Halloween is his like style of film. I think I think his style of film is more like um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Friday the 13th. I think those are like his styles of films that he would make. I don't think Halloween's his style. Um, that's just my personal opinion on that. But yeah, I do. I don't really think that he's gonna come back. A lot of people, are speculating about it, saying that he will come back, and I don't think that he will come back. I don't think that he should personally. Um, and look, I really like what he did, of course, like with the kills and all that. You know, I liked all what I liked some of what he did, and I know people are gonna say that he tried to do something a little different, which I respect that as well. That he tried to do something a little different, but at the same time, I just don't think that it wasn't a good I don't know why he even a lot of people had a problem with him kind of talking about basically um he went in too far people feel like he went too far into telling like people didn't like when Michael was in prison and all that. Basically everybody felt like he was basically telling over telling what Michael is and all that, which I don't I don't mind that personally. It's just they kind of he kind of copied the first 1978 film in a way, which I guess in a way that's I guess that's the point of a remake. But at the same time, when remakes, copy, the older films, that's not really as fun to watch, because you basically already seen it. And it's basically just a remake, and so that's basically my problem with it. If he would have went like his own direction and kind of did his own thing in the first film and didn't copy the same scenes, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. You know, it's basically a copy and paste. There's some scenes in it that is similar to the first Halloween film, which I don't really like. I don't like that at all. I don't like when remakes copy the original films. Like, I don't like that. No, it's because we basically see, you basically seen it already. You know, you basically seen it. So it's like why are you gonna pay your money to watch another version of it? It's basically just a remake. Just because you feel like the original isn't good enough. Like, I understand he was trying to do something different again, but when you're trying to remake a film like John Carpenter, a masterpiece, which he kind of did in the first one, like he had some scenes similar to the 1978 film. He just basically remade them. And a lot of people feel like, oh, well, the kills were a lot better than John Carpenter. The kills were because John Carpenter wasn't about that he wasn't about all that blood or anything. So a lot of people feel like Rob Zombie went a little overboard with the blood and all that. I mean, I don't really mind any of that. I mean, that was entertaining, you know. But the other stuff I just don't really care for in terms of like him copying the 1978 film, him basically going overboard with Michael and all that, like, which I didn't really care. I didn't mind it. It was kind of cool to see Michael as a little kid in the first one, but then it kind of got he went a little overboard in the second one, you know. So I don't really think that he will come back. I don't think that he should, personally. And of course, it's just a rumor that people believe that he will come back. There had been some kind of talk. There's been like talks about it, like for I think a while back. I would say probably like 2015 ish, 2010 ish. A lot of people were basically talking about it. I don't think that he's going to come back personally. I think that they're going to do John Carpenter will come back, do whatever make the movies again, hopefully. And hopefully, because listen, this is another problem I have. Rob Zombie, John Carpenter, gave Rob Zombie permission to make, to basically remake the film. But the only problem that Rob Zombie had, or the only problem that John Carpenter had, was the fact that the way he portrayed, Dr. Loomis, which that's another problem. The way he portrayed Dr. Loomis. I mean, Dr. Loomis wasn't a dickhead like that in any of the films that I remember. I don't think he was a dickhead at all. Like, yeah, every film that I watched with, the original Halloweens, Dr. Loomis was never like that. He was never a dickhead, wasn't ever an asshole like he was the way Rob Zombie made him out to be, Rob Zombie absolutely just made him an absolute dickhead. Like, all of a sudden, Dr. Loomis is writing books about Michael now. Like, I mean, that's just, I mean, and then he made Laurie Strode a drug addict. Like, Laurie Strode was never a drug addict, in my opinion. I mean, people could say that she was a little bit. Maybe she was a little maybe she had, some friends and all that she used to hang out with a lot and that, but she didn't go like overboard like that. You know, she wasn't like a drug addict like that, in my opinion. I mean, she had hallucinations and all that. I'm pretty sure, but did she have an hallucination about a white horse? I don't think so. That's just absolutely just. He went crazy in the second movie. Like, I don't know what he was thinking in that film. I don't know what he was thinking at all. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. I don't feel like Laurie Strode was like that. I don't feel like Dr. Loomis Sure in Hell wasn't like that. Like, I feel like he portrayed him in the wrong way. He did him dirty, in my opinion, and the actor as well did which is not his. It's not the actor's fault. Okay, it's not his fault that Rob Zombie made him look stupid like that. But I didn't really care for the actor either. Like, so I'm not trying to sit here and bash the actor because of course he does what the director tells him to do. So, I mean, that's not really his fault, but at the same time, I don't think that I didn't really care for him, playing Dr. Loomis. I think he was pretty damn annoying personally. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna make a third Rob Zombie Halloween film. Personally, a lot of people, we're talking about it and about him potentially coming back for at least another one. But I don't think that. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. He's done enough damage, I think, to the franchise. And again, don't get me wrong. I love the kills. The kills are absolutely entertaining. It's just the story that he tried to tell, which the way he portrayed Laurie Strode, the way he portrayed Dr. Loomis, that's my only problem with it. And then him, copying the same scenes, from the 1978. I mean, those are my only problems. I mean, other than that, it's a good film. Like the kills and all that. That's great. But and I'm going to talk about this before I hop off. There was a lot of people that were basically saying that there's a lot of Rob Zombie fans out there which I'm not going to blame anybody for liking the Rob Zombie films. I'm not going to blame anybody for that because everybody likes what they like, and have different preferences. But at the same time, we can't sit here and say that. We can't sit here and say that he's better than better than John Carpenter. I mean, in what way is he better than John Carpenter? A lot of people say that he's better than John Carpenter because of like the graphic kills, and John Carpenter never was about that. He was never about the graphic kills, wasn't about that blood or anything like that. He never got into any of that. So a lot of people think that Rob Zombie is somewhat they feel like he's better than John Carpenter, but I don't think so. That's absolutely BS in my opinion. Without John Carpenter, there's no Rob Zombie in my opinion. So, I mean, that's just my take on that. And I guess a lot of people do. I'm not going to judge anybody again. Everyone has their own opinion about what they like and what they prefer. But, to say that he's better than John Carpenter is absolutely blasphemy in my opinion. Like, to say that a guy that basically followed the footsteps of John Carpenter all of a sudden is better than him, I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, but I don't think that he's not better than John Carpenter. There's no way in hell. And the only reason why people say that anyways is because of the graphic kills. So that's just my opinion on it. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think about these rumors about Rob Zombie returning to make another Halloween film. Again, I personally don't want it. I don't want it at all. I actually would rather have John Carpenter, make them again. And listen, again, the kills are outstanding. Rob Zombie did a good job with the kills, but again, and a lot of people felt like he went a little overboard with the blood again. People feel like there's a lot of people that were like disgusted by by it. Like a lot of people like went to like they basically got disgusted by it, like too much blood. Like, so I mean, I understand. People feel like he went overboard, but again, I think he was. I mean, that's the best part about the film. I think is just the graphic kills. It's pretty entertaining. And one last thing, again, sorry guys, I know I'm dragging the video on, but I just got a lot of stuff in my mind, so that I want to get want to get off my chest. But so, and another problem that I have with the Rob Zombie film, okay, is that Michael was basically talking. Michael was literally talking. Like, that right there that's absolutely just stupid, in my opinion, because the Michael character doesn't talk. He doesn't talk at all. Like, so I think that's absolutely just stupid. He basically. You mean to tell me that Michael's gonna talk? I am. No, that's stupid. That's not Michael. I'm sorry. Michael absolutely. He's supposed to be silent, and he doesn't talk at all. And then he had him, basically like grunting in the whole film, which is stupid. Absolutely just stupid. Like, so, I mean, hey, it is what it is. People like what they like. There's a lot of his fans out there that appreciate these films and appreciate, what he did. But for me, I can't be down with that. I just can't. The first one is better than the second one, so I'll give him that. But, the second one, he just went overboard, as I was saying. And I don't know what the hell he was thinking. So, but anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Rob Zombie coming back to make another Halloween film. Like, because I know this is just like rumors, and I don't think that he is. I don't think that he's gonna come back personally. If he's gonna do another film, he needs to go do maybe like Texas Chainsaw or like Friday the 13th or something, because I feel like those films are like they fit his like style a lot more, because it's more like zombie-ish, and especially Friday the 13th, Jason's basically like a zombie. So, hey, I think that matches him more than anything. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments. As always, hit the like button, comment down below as always. And until next time, see you on the next one. Peace.